Well, like you say, Henry, Junior X30 Race 14 Repechage is about to take to the circuit. 10 drivers about to do battle in this one, and it was, obviously, these are the drivers who haven't had the best of weekends so far. Qualifying didn't go well. Heats also didn't go well. They find themselves in the danger zone here. 6 go through out of the 10.
The danger zone.
I know.
Highway to the
first
danger
one in
zone.
already.
No, okay, sorry.
Joey Brown then, he starts this one on pole position, qualified 25th place yesterday. He had a 23rd and 16th, so watch out for him. Rocco Shenton actually disqualified from qualifying. Not sure why. I think maybe a front fairing or a bumper issue. He did have to replace that one after qualifying. He starts this one second on the outside row after a 15th and 24th yesterday. Henry Carter and Sam Woolley go from row 2 from Austin Gale, Ollie Rans, Toby Gale and Harry Yule. George Quartermain and Aston Sharp round out the field. There is not many of them. There is a spin out of the pit lane. It was the 95 that did that.
That was George Quartermain. Great new graphics kits, courtesy of Alpha Live. All the timing and scoring solutions you're seeing by Ian Rogers at motorsport-timing.co.uk. There
Perfect.
we go. Here is a look at the rolling lap. Watch out for those drivers from Thailand, the Gale brothers, Austin and Toby Gale. Austin in Kart 41, Toby in Kart 20. Drivers moving up from different classes. Rocco Lee Shenton was in Honda Cadet last year. And who else have we got? Ollie Rans has moved up from Junior TKM. Yes, Uncle Tyrone is in the house already. Looks like Uncle Tyrone's new favourite driver is Kalai Atkins. Can Kalai win?
Well,
of course he can.
Of course he can.
First one of the season in. Let's have a look now. We'll concentrate on this next race. 10 minutes plus 1 lap. Joey Brown from Optima Performance on the pole position. There he is in kart number 11. Rocco Shenton, the privateer driver on a croc kart. On the outside, the driver with a white white nose cone, black NASA panel. Everyone else behind. They come out of the Mike Wilson complex into the tram lines. Lights are out. We're off and racing for the first time in 2023 into the Bruno Ferrari S's, under the bridge and out onto the banking. It's a good, clean start from all 10 drivers, Anthony.
Yeah, indeed. Very nice, clean start. Joey Brown, crucially, gets away, though, well. He leads this one as they go over the Litchfield Bridge. Down the hill they go in towards hairpin number 1. Under pressure, though, from Shenton. Shenton's furious and saying, no, don't defend, let's go! And a big sideways moment there under braking for Joey Brown. I suspect Brown is somewhere else as well.
That was Code Brown. And in every single way, but excellent kart controls that come out of the second hairpin up the short chute towards the Fullerton S's. Shenton trying to just push Brown away now. He doesn't want the battle. And, of course, Joey Brown, again, maybe not used to being in this type of situation. So, you know, he's unsure of how to play this. But he's got plenty of karts between him and the bubble. They come out of the Mike Wilson complex to the final chicane and onto the start-finish straight to complete lap number 1 of this 10-minute plus 1 lap race. Flat out through the Bruno Ferrari S's and under the bridge, out onto the banking. This is turn number 2. Down the order. Good start, Anthony. All 10 drivers. No one's thrown themselves out of the contention yet.
No, everyone's still running pretty well. Sector times, though, looking good for Joey Brown. It was a fastest first lap as he got the getaway. Henry Carter, though, for Croc Promotion, a driver who we would usually see up at the sharp end.
IARMY Cadet last year. So,
yeah.
Of course, there's been for those who are not familiar with the structure of British karting, there's been a lot of new changes in age groups and things. The mini X30 class, so that mini sort of gap has gone. So we've seen Henry Carter jumping straight out of IARMY Cadet into juniors. There's Aston Sharp, the Scottish driver in the number 25 Mick Barrett racing kart. Now, Aston yesterday, looking at the results, qualified 14th fastest yesterday, Anthony, but 2 really bad results in his heat. So he's obviously quick over a single lap, 14th fastest out of the 38 drivers entered this class. And there he goes, making a move out onto the banking. But again, we've got a 3-kart breakaway. Who's that in third place? That's Henry Carter in third place. Ollie Rans, Junior TKM last year in the number 27 MDL Motorsport kart. Now moving it across to Junior X30. Oh, Henry Carter going to get locked up under braking there, Anthony.
Yeah, setup not really there at the moment for him as he tries to squeeze Ollie Rans a little bit there to stop him losing any more places. Gets through, but he does tumble way down the order now. So big moment there for Henry Carter. So really struggling with that Croc Promotion car out there. It's
just looked as though he was a little bit too lively going for brakes. He dived onto the brakes to avoid the collision. collision. Good kart control, but the back end stepped out. Now, is that the number 41 car? That's Austin Gale. He's got the CRG race suit on. Austin and Toby, I believe, now they are familiar to me through Rotax Grand Finals or possibly IAME Euro Series.
IAME Euro Series,
IAME
both
Euro
raced
Series.
out at Marienburg last weekend
Yes.
for the second round of the championship.
Ah, yes, of course.
Oh dear!
And there's
several
three cars.
off.
Oh my word! And that is the number 32. Okay, so that was Sam Woolley potentially. So there's been an incident. There's a Carter going. Well, the marshal has got to the cart. We'll keep an eye on that going out of the. It was Sam Woolley, number 34.
And I think Harry Yule's gone off as well.
Harry Yule has stopped as well. Now, the yellow flag is waving. There is a marshal with Sam Woolley. And the Battenberg flags are out already. So obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to show that incident. Hands in the air for all the drivers. Now, that is the number 27 of Ollie Rands, who has slipped back to 7th position. I'll keep an eye on the track. Anthony, you can keep an eye out the commentary box window just to make sure there, because as you said, drivers have got friends and family watching. But yeah, so Sam Woolley has come out of his kart, and there's a marshal and a paramedic there with him. He's just sitting adjacent to his kart at the moment. The leader's going to the inside of him out of harm's way. We're under a Battenberg flag, so that yellow and black quartered flag signifies it's like a full pace car situation. We've got 5.5 minutes of this race to go, and there was a bit of a chain reaction going out onto the banking there between 3 or 4 karts, and sadly Sam Woolley was the driver that copped the worst of it. Now, half distance with Joey Brown, Rocco Shenton, Aston Sharp, Henry Carter, George Quartermain and Austin Gale, the top 6. They are your 6 transfer drivers at the moment. The clock is still ticking down. On your screens there, it's got 6 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Well, that is not that's not correct. There's actually 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. So, yeah, we haven't. The race clock hasn't stopped. The race hasn't stopped. You can see there at the corner of your screens, and the driver Anthony
is up on his feet and walking to the ambulance that is positioned out on circuit.
Okay, so that's perfect. That's great news. So for Sam's family and friends who aren't here at the circuit, Sam obviously a little bit stunned initially when he was ejected from the seat of his wagon. But he is now absolutely fine, having a chat with the paramedic, helmet off. They are going to go back under race conditions, I believe, next time around. We've got 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go. So it's going to be Brown, Shenton, Sharp, Carter, Quartermain, Austin Gale. So Ollie Rands, Toby Gale and Harry Yule. They are the 3 drivers left in the race, currently not qualified for the pre-final and the final.
Green flag goes back out, and Joey Brown gets the good getaway again. Shenton has latched onto the back of him and will instantly try to go on the offensive here. And
wow, great move.
It was indeed. Round the outside, gets it done, and actually Brown's gone down to 3rd place now. So Aston Sharp up into P2 now as they all dive into it. Like you say, 3 minutes to go. The top 6 go through. Effectively, these top 3 don't really need to battle. They need to work together to break away, because that group there is more than 6 drivers. So anyone there has got an opportunity, and it's all kicking off. Keep an eye on the 41 of Austin Gale just in the background, because he's in the prime opportunity here to gain places. They've got to be careful now as they go through the S's. Back now down in towards Bobby Game corner, tucking to the inside there. Again, George Quartermain just trying to get that cut down the inside, runs a little bit wide, and I believe that is Toby Gale now just going through as well. So gaining those positions, back out of the final section they go, onto the start-finish line. Shenton leads the way then as they make their way back across the line. 2.5 minutes to go on this one. Joe Brown going for the lead through turn 1. Nicely done. Retakes it.
Just got a great slipstream off Rocco Shenton. Now watch the nose combs as well. When Rocco Shenton was backing everybody up into the first hairpin, the second hairpin, a lap ago, there was a lot of like concertina effect, people bumping into each other. A dropped front fairing penalty is 5 seconds. It's not appealable because of the Battenberg flag situation. That means there's no gaps. If anybody gets a nose cone penalty, that is a 5-second penalty, that's going to drop them out of the top 6 because the entire field, all 9 remaining runners, are within 1.4 seconds of driver number 11, the Optima Performance number 11 kart of Joey Brown.
I just, out the corner of my eye there, Aston Sharp's nose cone looks a bit wobbly.
Well, we'll have to wait
and
see. It's not dragging, but again, obviously with the bumps here at PFI, obviously no suspension on the kart. Every single bump is accentuated on the kart. There goes Aston Sharp up the inside of Rocco Shenton for P2. Does he make it stick? Yes, he does. Rocco Shenton on the outside is going to lose 2 places, 3 places potentially. He's down to 4th, and he's now got Rans right behind him.
Yeah, indeed, very interesting development here as again. You've got to watch out. Yeah, Austin Gale just trying to go for that move down the inside there. Again, this is heating up now because now drivers got to be very, very careful. You've got a breakaway. Question mark over that nose cone, though, for Aston Sharp in 2nd place. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one as the race goes on. There's 50 seconds left. Plus that 1 lap. They've got a couple more laps in this one. The battle, though, is here. This is what we need to see. The battle for 6th place is still heating up, I think.
A trio of Crocs.
Exactly. They've all got to be careful here because they'll all be off their Christmas card list.
But, I mean, this is 7th, 8th and 9th.
Yes.
These drivers are battling for the first driver not qualified for the final, which begs the question, why are they battling? It's helping number 41, Austin Gale. So George Quartermain, Toby Gale and Harry Ewell, there they are on your screen, side by side. They're getting further and further away from the transfer spot.
They are indeed.
That's a big display of inexperience, I have to say. Rocco Shenton giving the signal to Ollie Rans, saying, no, come on, let's just push. And Ollie Rans going, yep, I'm with you all the way, Rocco. And Austin Gale's thinking, this British karting malarkey, it's a bit intense, this is, but I'm going to just carry on and follow you. While everybody else has fun and games behind. Of course, you do want to be, in some ways, being 7th isn't a bad thing, because if any one of the top 6 has a problem, you're the first driver that inherits a place into the finals by virtue of somebody else getting a penalty or an exclusion. However, you don't want to risk that, but you don't want to just teeter on the edge of elimination by coming 7th. You want to get into that top 6 as we begin the final lap, Anthony.
We do indeed, and there you can see Rocco Shenton just saying to Ollie Rans behind, just think, let's not battle, we're in, we're through, let's just get to the end.
Now, Aston Sharp, you were mentioning earlier, our race leader, Aston Sharp, you were looking at his nose cone earlier saying it looked a little bit wobbly. He needs to finish 5 seconds, above 5 seconds in front of 7th position, George Quartermain. Because Quartermain has been battling with Toby Gale and Harry Ewell so much, at the moment, at the start of this lap, Aston Sharp 4.5 seconds in front. He wants to get another half a second just to make himself safe and secure in case there's a nose cone penalty.
Yes, indeed. Well, can he open that up a little bit much? He does do a little bit there, only a 0.02 of a second. It's not quite enough. Out the final corner they go then, your race leaders. Aston Sharp, they'll take the checkered flag from Joey Brown and Henry Carter. No dramas there. Shenton, you can see coming through across the line now. Now, where's the gap? It's only 4.6. So, if Aston Sharp, if I'm right in saying of what I saw, if his nose cone is wobbly.
And I've got to say, look at that on the last lap. Toby Gale,
fastest lap. He was on
the race. That only gets him 8th place, but it keeps him within 5 seconds of the race leader. There's Aston Sharp on the Mick Barrett Racing Gillard chassis. Joey Brown 2nd. So provisionally, Anthony, your 6 qualifiers unofficially from the repechage in Junior X30. Aston Sharp, Joey Brown, Henry Carter, Rocco Shenton, Ollie Rans and Austin Gale. Unofficially, the 4 drivers that won't transfer, George Quartermain, Toby Gale, Harry Ewell and Sam Woolley. I have to say, Croc Promotion losing at least 3 of their drivers in that race. They won't make it through to the final. But George Quartermain, he'll be the driver sitting there thinking, okay, come on, if anyone gets a nose cone penalty in front of me, he's the first driver in. One of the Gale siblings is in, the other one is out, even though Toby set the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, exactly. Really showing the pace there. getting through the field. Unfortunately, like you say, just finishing this one in P8. Was in that 5-second, but still, if there is only just the one nose cone penalty on there, he will only finish this one in P7. He still will miss the cusp by a whisker.